What's going on, everyone? It is Paul, the 920 Trader with 920 Trading and Trading Decoded. Today is Monday, April 29th, 2024, and this is how the 920 worked out relative to SPY. And folks, it'll really work for anything. But before we do that, if you like our videos, please go ahead and give us a like and a subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your notifications so you will be notified when we drop new content, which is just about every day and sometimes on the weekend. If you haven't checked out the weekend's videos, please go check them out. I dropped a couple of those on Saturday. Please go check those out. Now, also, leave us a comment. We would greatly appreciate that. And don't forget to share with your friends because remember, folks, sharing is caring. Okay, back to the charts. Okay, so what we're looking at now, folks, is we're looking at a pre-market high. We got pre-market high sitting at about 510.11. We got pre-market low sitting at, what's that look like, 508.21, somewhere right around in here. Now, we've got a 15-minute intraday double bottom. Ooh, that's an intraday. Okay, so I'm just kind of playing my hand right here already, folks, because we got a 5-minute intraday double top here. We've got a 30-minute zone here, 15-minute intraday double bottom. But here's what we got. Here's how she played out today. Right out of the gate, you would think, oh my goodness. Now remember, folks, this line was an intraday double top. We probably made this relatively early. As a matter of fact, I'm sure we did. Off of one of these candles right in here. Yes, we did. Made that double top right in here. And you're thinking, oh my gosh, you had every signal to get in. Again, you got that pre-market high right here. So on this pre-market high, you were in the fishtail. You crossed the 20, the POC, I would imagine the POC was right around in here. POC, VWAP, and your pre-market high all on that same candle. And you're not in on this play? Nope. Wasn't in on it. I had a meeting this morning, and I missed some really, really super clean moves to the downside. But again, a beautiful fishtail play right in here, folks. Look at this. I mean, this is what we're looking at. We're looking to take reversals off of pre-market high or pre-market low. If we can do that early in the day, folks, we know, and again, generally speaking, we have a really nice play on our hands. So always pay attention to that. Early in the day, if you're playing pre-market high or pre-market low, look for the reversal out of that area and then take it and ride that sucker until it bucks you off. I mean, generally speaking, those are really good plays. But again, so if I look at pre-market high, let's go back to that pre-market high, 510.11, pre-market low, 508.21. We got about $1.90 to work with, which isn't too bad. Now, a lot of that came right on this candle right here. So about a little after 9 o'clock this morning, we had this candle that took us way down into this area. So I guess pre-market low is 508.25, not 21. This is a 30-minute zone directly below that. So a lot of that came, but you can still use that as a level, absolutely positively, no question about that. If not, you're going to use 508.82. It tightens up the range if you're not using the entire candle. That's why we use it. But anyway, cross to the downside, beautiful. Again, fishtail play. So we're below the 9, so that makes it a fishtail play. We are below VWAP, and I would imagine we probably took out, again, pre-market high right in here, and POC all at the same time, folks. And we got below the 20, and at that point, you're thinking, take this trade, put on this trade right in here. Again, was not here. Now we had this next play back to the upside. And you're thinking, well, what if I put on a play right in here? Well, you can absolutely do that. You're jumping the 9. Remember, folks, you're jumping the 9. Can you put on a play here? Yes, you can, because again, you breach us to the upside. Now, you'll probably, depending on where you open this trade in here, you'll probably stop out of this trade and maybe think, oh, it's going back down. It's just a little retest. We recapture the 9 back to the downside. You're thinking, you know what? It's going to keep on going down, and in which case you probably take a couple of losses in a row if you did that. But again, I wasn't around. Now this 15-minute intraday double bottom, that's going to be we made that right in here, folks. So just like we made this 5-minute intraday double top right here, we made this 15-minute intraday double bottom. I would imagine pretty early. No, I take that back. I know what it was. This is what it was, folks. 5 minutes. So it's a 15-minute intraday double bottom. It was made, yeah, pretty close. Yeah, that's right. So 15-minute intraday double bottom right in here. It was a 5-minute pre-market I'm going to show this real quick. A 5-minute intraday or a pre-market double bottom right there. Switched over to that 15-minute intraday double bottom right in here. But anyway, if you caught this back to the upside, oh my goodness, what a clean move back to the upside again. But again, I was in a meeting. I was in a meeting until after 10 o'clock this morning, and then I had to drive back home, and didn't hit it. But I thought, you know what? Okay, so we got this play that was setting up in here. We failed to get back through that intraday double top. I said, you know what? I could have taken that double cross to the downside, or I can wait to breach again, pre-market high. And I did on this candle. And you want to talk about an absolute brutal move to the downside. So let me see how long we're actually in this trade. So we got 37 through 30. We were in this trade almost an hour for a very, very low. It was a win. Yes, it was a win. But the numbers on this win were not good. Anytime you have a pullback, and you lose value, because again, we're trading options. If you're trading futures, it's not like that. And obviously, if you're trading stocks, you own an asset, so it's not like that. But when you're trading options, and again, I thought I had a pretty good entry on this, and I did. But I did have some questions. If a couple of people in the group, they're like, why did you not stop out of this trade when you breached the view up to the upside? And I said, well, I've got to stop. Had I closed above this 510, 11, I'm taking myself out of this trade. But I thought we would get back down to this 509.28. Again, this 15-minute double bottom. And we were cruising along. We were doing very, very poorly in here. Now, we were moving down, just kind of like stair-stepping down. But every pullback just killed your position. I mean, I looked a couple times and I'm thinking, I got in up here, but I'm still underwater down here, only because of the pullbacks. But, eventually got back on the right side of this thing and ended up in pretty good shape on it. So, back to the downside, it was pretty good. And I thought, okay, let's see if we can take something to the upside. So I waited. Again, we got that cross to the upside. This was really reminiscent. This play right here was really reminiscent of this play right here. Remember, because we opened down here, ran up, tested, came back down. So we did the same thing here and here. And I waited in this one a couple extra minutes. So I waited until we breached this to the upside a second time. And then I rode it up for a few minutes. This was a decent trade. This was okay. Any win, yeah, you can say any win's a good win. I don't believe that. I mean, but it was a decent win. I think it's, as long as you follow your trading plan, it was a good play. Now in here, and you can already see my next play in here, folks. This wasn't moving. These were brutal moves. So you got this play. Let's say we're 510.23. through, and this level down here is 509.56. So you got 70 cents, or right here, 510.11 through this 58. Folks, this is not very much room, and any pullbacks, which is evidenced by this earlier play over here, any pullbacks just destroy you. So I thought, you know what? I will just wait and see if something sets up closer to power hour. So I had every intention of waiting until power hour. Even in here, folks, I was talking to the group, and in here when you have POC and VWAP sitting on top of each other, and I asked the group, I said, what does that tell you when you have POC and VWAP on top of each other? And it's fair value. They found fair value on the day at that point. That's what it is, folks. So in other words, it takes quite a bit to push it back to the upside or to the downside. And I told the folks in my group, and I said, folks, take your right hand, put it under your right butt cheek, your left hand, put it under your left butt cheek, and just sit there. Wait for a breakout. Now, once you get a breakout, play it, but don't mess around with this area in here until, again, you get a break. We got a break right in here, folks. We got a break. Volume started to pour in. I didn't feel safe until we breached this 509.58 to the downside. Even if we got a cross over here, we started making a little bit lower low. But again, I want to wait until we got that cross to the down, or the candle closed below this level. And I got this and I marked it in, and then all of a sudden volume started to pour in. We got one of the highest volume candles. I think it was the highest volume candle, the second highest volume candle during the day up to this point. Okay. And you know, I marketed into that trade right in here, and I marketed out, and it was a really, really super, super, super strong win on that one. And it's one of those where you really don't even have time to think. So my happy face is over here, but it should really be over here because I wait for the candle to close. So as soon as the candle closes, I mark it in. So it's going to be on this 32 candle. So I'm in and out of that candle well inside a minute. I mean, I got in and yeah, it's not that I was watching my P&L, but I was ready to mark it out of the trade. So I marketed in and I marketed out. I think I went from $1.95 to $4.80 inside a minute. And again, that was SPX. And I had multiple SPX on the line. So it was a really, really, really strong play. Again, back to the downside, we're waiting for power hour again. So what did we have power hour? So 1500 right here on this candle, a massive volume poured in. Now you're thinking, why didn't I take this to the upside? Nope, 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 nope. Not interested. Again, right in here, 1500, massive candle back to the downside. And I said, you know what? Let's see if we can get past this this wick over here. Was worried about that wick, and I was talking to the group, and it started pushing down. And I got in, and I rode this thing for 2 or 3 minutes for another, just a massive. I'm telling you, folks, just another massive, massive play back to the downside. These are the trades that, when you get in these late in the day, number one, contracts are super, super cheap. No. Irrespective of when you put on the trade, folks, you always have to predefine that risk. You know, you have to know where you're going to get out when the trade goes against you. Now, this one, my stop on this, there's no way I'm giving myself a 50-cent stop on this. Absolutely no way whatsoever. I'd probably give myself half a candle or maybe even the 9 on this particular play. But a very, very nice play to the downside. At that point, I'm thinking, you know what do we have? We've got almost an hour left in the trading day. And I thought, you know what? I'm not going to play this thing. But then look what happened. Look what happened on the 350 candle. Again, you could have taken this thing off the, from the downside and played that pre-market low and that 30-minute zone and rode this thing up. Yes, you could absolutely do that. But the only problem was this was a slow mover in here. When you get a slow move late in the day, theta is working. The second you put on that trade, it's working against you because the closer you get to expiration, it's going to go to zero at some point. The question is when. So I saw this setup in here and I thought, you know what, let's see if we can take this back to the upside. And then I thought, no, we're right below VWAP. If we get stuck at VWAP, it could reverse and make a loser out of me. So I said, I had these two really, really nice trades back to the downside. So I'm fine not taking this to the upside. But, you know, all in all, I would say it was for me, it was a good day. There were some really, really nice setups. I mean, you go to that first move out of the day or that first move of the day. It's a really, really nice setup. And again, this setup in here, I could see how you could lose money on this setup in here, or you wait for that cross to the upside, the confirm cross, and then you take it up. Again, my first play of the day was a brutal, brutal, brutal long hold. And again, almost an hour hold. That's crazy for the just small percentage win. Decent, but again, really, really small. And then this move back to the upside. So there were plays today, folks. There were absolutely some plays today. Now tomorrow, or let's go to Wednesday. Wednesday is FOMC day. The last FOMC day, the day before, so the Tuesday before, we had a $5 move. $5 move from the bottom to the top, folks. We love those. We'll take pre-FOMC day. We'll take pre-CPI day. We'll take these pre-days. Now, on Wednesday afternoon, once we get into, the reports, however, the reports come out and, Jerome Powell, he will get on the mic at 2:30. Then all bets are off. You never know what's going to happen. Anything that he says can and does move the market, folks. But tomorrow, we're kind of looking forward to tomorrow as a good trading day. But that's how we did today. Now, again, don't forget, folks, if you enjoy our videos, please go ahead and give us a like and a subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your notifications. That way you can be notified when we drop new content, which is just about every day. And sometimes on the weekend, folks. The weekend, I did a couple this weekend, are either going to be trading psychology or on the strategy or trading rules. We did rules this weekend, so go back and check out those videos from this last weekend. Also, leave us a comment. We appreciate the comments, folks. And don't forget to share, because remember, sharing is caring. If you can help grow our community, we would greatly appreciate that. Now, if you're interested in live daily trading, head on over to our live trading Discord. It's called Trading Decoded. And we would love to have you as a member. Check it out, folks. We're going to give you that first week for free. You don't have to sign up. If you see value in it, then fine, great. We would love to have you as a member. But if there's no value, no problem whatsoever. Folks, we talk about these trades all day long. We talk about these setups here. This is a good place to put on a setup, or based on this or based on this or that or the other, we think that this is a good setup. Now, the thing that we're not a call out service. So we're not saying you need to put on a trade here or you need to put on a trade there. It's just there's no value. We would rather teach you how to trade. It's the story of teaching somebody how to fish. It's better to teach you how to fish than to fish for you. And we feel the same thing about that. But again, head on over to that our live trading Discord. It's called Trading Decoded. The link for that is down below. Now, if you are interested in the 920 trading strategy or the crossover strategy, head on over to 920trading.com. The entire strategy is there for no cost to you other than your precious time, folks. You do not need to spend thousands of dollars on a super secret strategy with some super secret sauce that's neither super or secret, and it has no special sauce, folks. You just don't need to do that. We know there are a lot of people out there, and you're watching this video going, yeah, I've done that before. Guess what? You don't need to do that. Head on over to our, again, 920trading.com. Check it all out. But hey, we appreciate everybody spending a little bit of time with us today. Again, time being your most precious commodity. So I hope everybody has a great afternoon, and we will see you in the markets.